Hey, we found the one thing the Bud Light has done correct over the past few months. Posting this GIF in anticipation of the terrible new sales report. It's fine. This is fine. Trying to eat something long and cylindrical in the middle of a hurricane? Yeah, no, that seems to make sense. Bud Light sales plunge as boycott nightmare continues. Yeah, no, it's still going on, and this is some new stuff. New sales data seen by Newsweek has been shown that Bud Light is still feeling the impact of the boycott as it sees a percentage drop in revenue from the sales from June compared with the same time last year. Nielsen IQ sales data obtained by Newsweek via industry consultant firm Bump Williams showed over a 4-week period ending July 1st, Bud Light saw a 28% decrease in revenue sales, as well as a decrease in volume. We already seen the volume decreases, at least week over week, but as for the month, oh, this is going to be real bad, isn't it? The brand's volume, the number of units of beer sold, was down 31.2%. Yo, that's even worse than just the week on week where it was about 31.1, I seem to recall. Yeah, compared to the same time last year as well. Jesus, that's for the entire month of June. Oh, that was supposed to be good for you, but July is probably not going to be looking all that much better because just taking a look at the week-on-week data and hitting new highs 3 months after everything went sideways, it's not good. It's not good at all. The data highlights how the brand continues to see the financial impact of the ongoing boycott, predominantly spearheaded by conservatives. Not really, but I like the way that they've softened their stance on there so far. It's just all of those far right-wing bigots who are just boycotting, and then you had the gay group speak up and say, you're not standing by our trans queen, Dylan Mulvaney, so we're going to have to go ahead and remove you from our barth because you aren't a strong enough ally, so we're just going to throw you to the side. So they never want to bring any of that stuff up. So hey, spearheaded by conservatives, that's a step in the right direction. You're still incorrect by that, though. You're not entitled to anybody's money, as much as you'd like to think you are. The brand, owned by Anheuser-Busch, had recently seemingly struggled to win back its supporters after its latest ad. Yeah, you guys remember that stuff. Actually, its recent string of ads. Travis Kelce one where it's like, yeah, I'm here to support this brand that I really like and appreciate. Okay, where do I get my check? Okay, I don't even want to touch any of that shit. Gross. You get it away from me. And then, of course, the specific ad that this GIF is taken from, it just, hey, landed with a thud, and you got exactly what you deserved. In an attempt to stand by and try to attract everybody, you end up attracting nobody. In an attempt to make light of the ongoing boycott, the Twitter page shared an ad on Sunday that resulted in further ridicule, the one that we just showed you. And like I said, apropos, especially in anticipation of the sales data that they already knew about and they really didn't want anybody to release. The new Bud Light ad mocked amid a boycott hit rock bottom. I would say so, man. This one right here, because it was funny. Because all of these proclamations were coming out, oh God, about a month ago at this point in time. Maybe even in May. It's like, okay, Bud Light at about those 20% week over week drops. Yeah, no, we probably hit the bottom. And here we are at about 31, anticipating. Now is it hit rock bottom? Maybe. Once we get the specific week on week Independence Day data, oh my God, now it's going to be a wrap at that point in time. You might be able to turn stuff around with, I don't know, free hand jobs with every case of beer. Like, I don't know what you guys can do for August long weekend, okay? Shit's done. Like, you're done. Just pack it up, go home, relaunch the brand next year, hopefully. Since the calls for the boycott began 3 months ago, Bud Light has seen a drop-off. You fell off in domestic sales. Revenue remains consistently below what it was the same time in 2022. The company has lost its crown to America's most popular beer, with a Mexican rival, Modelo Especial, now in the top spot. No, that was just for May. It's not like that's continued into the second. Oh, wait, it totally has. Modelo tops Bud Light in sales for the second month in a row. All thanks to that smiling face that's right there. Not mine. I had nothing to do with this stuff. I was just reporting that. That one right there, That check obviously cashed because, Dylan was able to buy another new hair hat. Mexican-made Modelo Especial, which, funnily enough, is a key sponsor of the UFC. Oh, which has just absolutely gotten nothing but positive receptions lately and has been all over the news. Weird. Just another big W out there. Knowing your audience and who to market with, it just ends up, actually performing well, and you can see results. Weird concept, at least to Anheuser-Busch. For the 4 weeks ending in July 1st, Modelo Especial captured 8.7% of overall beer sales. Holy shit, that's a lot. Compared to Bud Light's 7%. Last time I checked, 8.7's a little bit more than 7%, but I ain't no math teacher. According to Nielsen IQ, okay, that's NIQ data given by consulting firm Bump Williams, dollar sales pre-July 4th period continued to be grim for Bud Light. Still waiting for those numbers. They might come out tomorrow or maybe even the day after, but they're going to be great. With sales falling 28.5%. For the month of the beginning of summer, man, the first official month of summer. You guys lose out on 28.5% of dollars earned. The fuck is wrong with you? Modelo grew 8.5% during the same time period. Holy shit. Bud Light initially lost the title last month, which it largely held for 2 fucking decades. But it was a brand in decline. We need to go ahead and move away from all of our fratty culture. Oh, really? And this was the market that you wanted to court. This one, right here. A dude wearing some kid's jeans as a top. Like, get the fuck out of here. Come on now. Beer has been struggling following the beginning of the Mulvaney controversy when it sent transgender influencer a custom can of Bud Light. And that's it, right? That's all, okay? It was just one post. It was just one can. Shut the fuck up and just buy our beer again. It's basically free. But that promotion's over now, apparently, at the conclusion of the weekend. So we'll see how it ends up going now. Right-wing media and anti-trans commentators. And like I said, I'm using a kind of a fucking bunk-ass setup right now till my internet gets fixed, and I had to use CNN as a source, so it's just kind of funny to see how the other side wants to characterize this as opposed to what the New York Post would just be putting with a bunch of fucking flashing graphics on the side. So I guess I'm kind of happy to be using this just for a change. But them, okay, for as much as I gave Newsweek credit for at least softening their stance, here's CNN. Did you anticipate anything fucking different? Okay, right-wing media and anti-trans commentators on social media unleashed a fury of negative and hateful attention. All of those dastardly far right-wing individuals that are everywhere. This is why white supremacy is the #1 problem facing America today. Fuck you, CNN. Anheuser-Busch's lackluster response also angered. Hey, I actually got to give credit where credit is due. They pointed out I was going to say something else, but the alphabet people that are out there. But don't want to go ahead and, tell any of the stories. Especially not when you're talking about the Target boycott, which is still just kind of simmering under the surface right now. But nobody ever wants to talk about those bomb threats that were called in by those multicolored hair mental cases. Anyways, in June, Bud Light rolled out the new marketing campaign to help turn sales around. Spoilers, it didn't. Centering around country music, yes, and NFL players, all the stuff that those hillbillies like. It's so funny. You guys understand your audience now, but you didn't before. You just wanted to go ahead and shift away from that narrative until you realized that you needed to make money. Very interesting. Anheuser-Busch also began advertising with the campaign focusing on its farmers, delivery drivers, and servers. Well, first and foremost, you try to put them out there. It's like, if you don't buy our stuff, we're going to have to lay these people off. And it's like, well, and then a couple of glass plants ended up closing down, and then you had to start subsidizing everybody and then even buying back the beer from the stores that were going unpurchased. So, some of whom have been the targets of threats following the transphobic backlash. I understand that some people are absolutely dim, but then at the same time, what were those attacks anyways? You're a gay beer deliverer. Or some Karen probably thinking, you're after my kids, but all you have is fur babies, so you just throw up the middle finger because women are so fucking entitled. Anyways, that's the extent of the transphobic attacks on the workers for Anheuser-Busch. Oh my god, if we were back in the 1940s, CNN would be calling for fair and equitable treatment to the Dachau security force. Why would you levy such hateful attacks by just doing this with your finger and then just trying to recreate the tiny mustache man's signature look for those guards? They were just doing their job. However, Bud Light continues to be the country's top-selling beer year to date. So you can go ahead and cling on to that, even though looking at all of the drops and the way the Modelo continues to go up, And Bud Light continues to plummet like a load onto Jeffrey Toobin's shoes. But according to this, the gap is only 8.7%. Oh, I'm sorry. 8.7% is what Bud Light continues to hold of the market. Modelo has an 8.1% share. Last time I checked, if you guys keep falling off at like 25, 28, 30% month after month, week after week, as opposed to the 8.5% growth that Modelo was seeing, yeah, that whole crown of, oh, year over year, it's all fine. Bro, you guys have been falling off precipitously, and there's no signs of this stopping for your most lucrative months. April, May, June, more than likely July. I don't see this turnaround anytime soon. So how long? How long is it going to take before you guys just end up calling it a day? They'll be fighting till the bitter end. Modelo's parent company, New York-based Constellation's brand, they just have the rights to distribute Modelo's within the United States. Who owns the international distribution rights? All right, AB InBev. Interesting. Even when they lose, they win. Recently reported strong earnings. Its beer business, which also includes Corona. Oh, okay. They got all of them Mexican beers under that umbrella. Posted an 11% increase in sales for the first quarter. Greg Gallagher, a very strong Latin name right there, vice president of the brand's marketing for Constellation, recently told CNN that Modelo has been enjoying an incredible run of success for the past several years, and said that it wants to replicate the dominance it has with Hispanic drinkers with more demographics. It's interesting. He didn't want to go out there and say, we would like to capitalize on all the enthusiasm that our Latinx consumers have with our brand right now, because he's not fucking retarded. Our growth is in maintaining that core, but also bringing in non-Hispanic customers. We've been having incredible success. Wow, imagine that, a VP of marketing going, yeah, no, we've got our base. We're not turning our back on them. We would just also like to, bring in other people. That is almost like marketing 101, but hey, Greg O'Gallagher. Oh, I see a little bit of a difference. You got a Greg, and you used to have an Alyssa. What seems to be the difference? Oh, one's employed and one's not. Aha. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.